So the introduction to this video is going to be a little bit different because my husband and I recently decided to take a short break from the usual city Russian noise and just get away for a few days. So we wanted to go somewhere different, like peaceful, but with a bit of history. And so that's how we ended up at this absolutely charming place called Fort Steele. I've been there before, but it's been a very long time ago, so it's been like a first time for me, honestly. Fort Steele is located in Canada in the province of British Columbia. And if you haven't heard of Fort Steele before, it's honestly amazing. It's like, you know, like stepping into a time machine. It's like a real lifetime capsule. Basically, Fort Steele is a historic village that's have been carefully preserved to look sort of just like it did back in the late 1800s. Well, actually, I'm thinking like it's probably not a right way to call it like a village or town, because it's like a museum, right? Like no one lives there, because I think there's a small community nearby that is also called Fort Steele, but this is just specifically that historic site, that heritage museum. And so when you walk through the streets, it feels like being in a movie set, or like if it's inside a history book, I don't know. And it's just so cool. And the day was beautiful. The village is full of interesting buildings. So there's an old schoolhouse where kids would have learned their lessons. There's like a blacksmith shop where you can still see demonstrations of that traditional metalworking, whitesmith shop, print shop, various old buildings, some of which were open and they were like fully furnished. So the best thing is like you can actually go inside and check it all out. We also explored the general store and it looks so cute, and it's just stocked with all kinds of vintage goods, you know. So you get inside and you really feel like you in a time machine. We even took a slow, peaceful ride on a horse-drawn carriage. So there was a little like a station there, and right by the old hotel. Unfortunately, the hotel itself was closed, so I'm not sure if they restored anything on the inside or what it looks like. But the street is just like in a movie set. So it just really, all of that like helped us to soak in the atmosphere and imagine what life was like in those days. Oh, one of the highlights was climbing up the old water tower, and I was a bit hesitant at first because it's all like wood and I don't know, it just looked a bit dangerous, but it was actually super fun. And the view from the top was just beautiful, overlooking the entire village and that valley. It was just, it's just so beautiful. And as you can imagine, as I was wandering around, I just couldn't help but get like so boosted, so inspired. And that was really great for me because there was a project waiting for me at home, this very special Victorian theme project. It's still a secret for now, but it's coming up very soon, hopefully. The pattern for this project says to attach pom-poms, but it doesn't say how to actually make them. Right before our trip, I was flipping through different vintage magazines and I found a late Victorian book with detailed explanation on how they made them back in the day. And yeah, now that we are back home, I'm super excited to make this video and try making these Victorian pom-poms with you. We will use Encyclopedia of Needlework by Thérèse de Delmont, which is actually the same designer we were talking about in the last video. So if you missed that video, definitely go check it out. It has a fun little story behind it, a little bit mysterious. And we also made the cutest vintage bat decorations for Halloween there. For this project, we will need cardboard, scissors, and something basically to make circles. In the instructions, it says that we need to be cutting a number of rounds of cardboard, 2 for every ball, with holes in the middle. So I just will make one set for now, and we'll see how it goes. So you can use different tools to draw circles. I have this, I think it's called divider. I couldn't find my compass, the one with the pencil, so that probably would be even easier. Or if you don't have any of these tools, then you can just use something round, anything round basically that you could use to create a circle. Just keep in mind that your pom-pom is going to be approximately the same size as a circle. This cardboard is quite thick but also very soft, so I'm just gonna poke holes like this all the way around. And now I have to make a smaller circle inside as well. Okay, now we have to cut. This cardboard is pretty thick. Ugh. Okay, that's what I have. Sorry, it's not super pretty. The cardboard was too thick for my scissors, but I think it looks okay. The only thing is holes are quite bigger than what she has on those pictures. Okay, so we're gonna wrap yarn like so, and we basically need to start wrapping the yarn around both circles. I'm gonna use needle as she suggested. Okay, just like this. So basically I had to cut very long string of yarn. See, I've seen this kind of technique before actually, and you probably seen it too, but it was always like a incomplete circle, right? So there was this opening and you didn't need to cut yarn. But here's actually a complete circle, so there's no way to, like, you have to cut. Like, I made pom-poms before, I never done it this way. But I just want to make sure that I'm following instructions exactly like in this book, so we'll see what's gonna happen. Okay, so I ran out of yarn and I cut another thread, and basically what I'm going to do, because she doesn't give any instructions in terms of how I'm supposed to fix it, I'm just gonna put new yarn right here, basically just a little bit like to the side, and I will wrap new thread over both ends. And I think in that case they will be trapped there. I guess we'll find out. But I think it makes sense if I do it that way. So we are done here. She says when the round is entirely covered, put the scissors in between the two circles of cardboard and cut open the stitches all round the outer edge. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do then. Okay, now then draw a piece of thread between the two circles and knot it firmly around the stitches that meet in the center hole. Figure 839. Okay, so that's what I'm doing here. See, now you can open and do a knot right here. So I think I will make like 3 or 4 knots. I have a feeling that this is the most important part. All right. And then she says, when the stitches are knotted together, you cut and pull out the cardboard, figure 840. So see, I don't have to do it because the holes on the inside are so big. If you would have smaller ones like she has on picture, you would need to cut it, but I can just remove it as is. Let me just move this napkin because the next step I have to trim it, and I have a feeling it's going to be messy. Okay, that's not bad. I think it worked. Okay, snip the thread with your scissors until it becomes quite fluffy and the ball is perfectly round as shown in figure 841. Okay, let's do it. Not bad. What do you think? Like it's nice and round. This is what I made. I made 4 for my project that is coming up and I'll share with you very soon. I will need 2 pink and 2 white ones. So yeah, and the best part, these circles are completely reusable. They still look great. Maybe it helps that the cardboard was so thick, but yeah, it looks really good and I'll just save them for my next project. I hope it was useful. I hope it was fun. Have a lovely day and see you soon. Bye!